Now let's get started using quadratic formula. The solution of any quadratic equation, ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, can be determined using the quadratic formula, where the quadratic formula is x is equal to minus b plus and minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a, where a is not equal to 0. And to solve any quadratic equation using this formula, determine first the value of a, b, and c in the equation, where it is already in standard form. Then, simplify the result if possible, and then check the solution obtained against the original equation. Easy, right? So let's make fun. Let's get started again with another example. Example 1. Find the solutions of the equation 2x squared plus 3x equals 27 using the quadratic formula. Write the equation in standard form. So this one is the original equation, is transformed to a quadratic equation in standard form, wherein it is 2x squared plus 3x minus 27 equals 0. So determine the values of a, b, c in 2x squared plus 3x minus 27 equals 0, where our values are a is 2, b is 3, and c is negative 27. It is taken from the first term, the quadratic term, 2 here, and then 3 from the linear term, and the constant term negative 27. Then substitute the values of a, b, c in the given formula. From here, since our b is negative 3 and the formula is negative b, then we substituted it here. Then plus and minus, and then the square root of b, which is 3, and then square it. Then minus 4 times 2 times negative 27 all over 2a. A here is 2. Then simplify. So we have a result of negative 3 plus and minus the square root of 9 plus 216 over 4. 216 and plus 9 is equal to 225. Plus and minus square root, negative 3 all over 4, which is the value of x now is equal to negative 3 plus and minus 15. 15 is taken from the square root of square root of 225 over 4. Therefore, our values of x sub 1, since there are two values of a quadratic equation, then we denoted as 1 and 2. So therefore, the value of x sub 1 is equal to negative 3 plus 15 over 4. And x sub 2 is negative 3 plus negative 15. X sub 2 is negative 3 minus 15 over 9. Then simplify. After simplifying this, we got x sub 1 is equal to 3 and x sub 2 is negative 9 over 2. Then, from number 1 example, we have to check the solution obtained against the original equation. The original equation is 2x squared plus 3x equals 27. So, if our x sub 1 is 3, you just substitute to the given equation or the original equation here. Replace x by 3 throughout this equation and then simplify. So you got 3 squared is 9 times 2, you got 18. So 3 times 3, you have 9, that equals 27. And that, the left side of the equation and the right side are equal. 27 equals 27. Therefore, the value of x, which is 3, is true to our equation here. Or that makes our equation true when x is equal to 3. Same with x is equal to negative 9 over 2. We have to substitute the value here from the original equation. Since we got a value of same equation, the left and the right side of the equation are equal. Both values of x satisfy the given equation. So then, the equation 2x squared plus 3x equals 27 is true when x is equal to 3 and when x is equal to negative 9 over 2. So since our equation is in quadratic and it is already transposed to a standard form, we can solve easily by using the quadratic formula, and therefore we have two solutions for our x, which is x of x is equal to 3 and x is equal to negative 9 over 2. I hope you understand. Now let's have example 2. The given is to solve for 2x squared equals 1 minus 2x. Since you know that it is not in standard form, so we have to rewrite it in standard form to have 2x squared plus 2x minus 1 equals 0. And then determine the value of a, b, and c. From there, you can see the value of a taken from the quadratic term, and b from the linear term, and c from the constant term. Then substitute it to our formula, which is negative b plus and minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. There you have it. Then substitute this one, the value of abc, to the formula. Then you got, as you simplify it to the simplest form, you got the value of x, which is negative 1 plus square root of 3 over 2. And then the other one is, or x of 2 is equal to negative 1 minus square root of 3 over 2. Or this one here. It is in the box, so easily for you to understand. Now check the solution obtained against the original solution, or rather equation. So when x is equal to negative 1 plus square root of 3 over 2, substitute to the given equation here. So you got this one. And then simplify. Maybe you have a hard time understanding this part here. So if you ask me where did you get that one, mom, it's since this one is a square of a binomial, then it is understood that you have to take the square of the first term plus twice the product of the first and the second term, 1 and square root of 3, and then over 4, and then the square of the first, or rather the second term. So you have this part here, 1 plus 2 times negative 3 plus 3 over 2 minus 1 minus square root of 3 minus 1 is equal to 3. All you need to do is to substitute and simplify for you to get 0 equals 0. Same thing here in x sub 2 is equal to negative 1 minus square root of 3 over 2. all you need to do is to substitute the given value to our x in the original equation, then simplify everything to have an equal equation, which is 0 equals 0. That's it. Both values of x satisfy the given equation. So, the equation 2x squared plus 2x minus 1 equals 0 is true when x is equal to negative 1 plus square root of 3 over 2, or when x sub 2 is equal to negative 1 minus square root of 3 over 2. So the answer to x squared plus 2x minus 1 equals 0 has two solutions. This one, x sub 1 and x sub 2. Yes, that's all for today. And don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Bye everyone.